What is going on with you, man? What's up? What is up? What's going on, Docs Gang? I haven't said that in a little while. How are y'all doing? How you guys today? How was your week? I hope it was good. Mine was decent. So, today I'm gonna show you guys how to arrange your beats because, you know what I'm saying, one, a lot of people have been asking for it, and two, probably one of the most important parts of making your beats. You're finished with your beat, you got it all laid out on the channel rack, and now you're like, okay, how do I make it so that someone can actually rap on it and I can render it and do all that stuff? So I'm gonna show you guys how to do that. So that's basically what we're gonna be getting into. So here on my computer I have a beat that I did in like one of my video I did a while ago. I don't really know like what video I did. You guys probably know, but so this is what it sounds like. It was I guess this was a Young Thug type beat because it was a slim or supposed to be slime language type. But yeah, I'm gonna show you. Here's what it sounds like. Yeah, that's what that sounds like. Nice and easy. So if we try and drag this out, it's all going to be playing at the same time. We can't have that for the entire beat. All the sounds are going to be playing at the exact same time. We don't want that. We want it to ease into the beat, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't just go straight into the beat, you know what I'm saying? So what I like to do is go here, right click, press split by channel, or you can do that in this channel selector thing, press split by channel or whatever. And I just did that so that I can gradually, you know what I'm saying, get into the beat. So I'm just gonna drag all of my patterns there. And then another thing I like to do when I'm arranging is set the synaptic grid to bar. So mine's already there. But yeah, make sure you snap it to bar, because if you don't, it's gonna be a little harder to like arrange it and like put it in the right place. Because if I do 1/6 step, it's gonna like snap freely, and then you might, you know what I'm saying, not snap it perfectly and whatnot. You know, it's just gonna be a whole mess. So make sure you do that. Next, alright, so when we're doing beats, what I like to do is I like to, well, first of all, put everything out. I just like to, you know, copy just a few of these so I got something to work with. So what I'm gonna do for like the first 8 bars is get rid of the drums. So completely get rid of the drums. Don't, because you know, when in regular songs, the drums, you know, most songs, the drums don't come in right away. So I'm just gonna, like, let's say I'll use the first sound and see how that sounds. I'm just gonna have the first, just one sound playing for 4 bars, and then have that coming. And then, oops. Oh yeah, and another thing, you gotta make sure you change it into pattern mode or the playlist mode. So I'm gonna bring it in like this. So I think that sounds pretty decent. And then I'm gonna have, alright, and then I'm gonna have the second sound come in. So this little sound here, so we can just add to that, you know what I'm saying, that build up, because that's what you want to do. You want to build up to the drums, and then and that's how you make a drop. It's when you build up to the drums. A drop is when the drums come in. That's essentially what a drop is. So alright, now that we got that, let's I'm just gonna get rid of the drums and everything just so I don't confuse you guys and whatnot. So that we got that, to be honest, for the intro, like when the drums aren't there, I would say just keep it at a maximum of 30 seconds, not 30 seconds, maximum of 20 seconds. Right now there's like 13 seconds for the drop to come in. I would say use max 20 seconds. If you do it too long and you send it to an artist, the artist is not going to most likely not gonna listen to it, because it's gonna take way too long to drop, and they're gonna be like, okay, when's the drop coming in? When's the good part? You know what I'm saying? So make sure you keep it short. I'd say max 20 seconds. So next, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna just extend, you know what I'm saying, more of the melody. And I like to start with the 808, so I'm just gonna bring the 808s in first with this. So I'm gonna have that there. I'm just gonna space it out just because I like spacing things out. And the kick as well, because we want the beat to come in really hard. So I'm just gonna add the kick in, hi-hats as well, and the snare and clap, of course. I'm gonna bring that there. Only reason why I'm adding spaces is just because, I don't know, it's just personal preference. I just like to space things out just to see it better, because if they're bunched up together, personally for me, it is harder to rearrange them and arrange them. So I just like them spaced out, just because, so yeah, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna copy and paste these just because, yeah. And so now we're gonna see what the drop sounds like from the beginning. So yeah, that's what the drop sounds like, because this is mixed very badly, and I apologize for that. So yeah, bear with me. All right, so now that we got the drop for that beat, now let's try and make this drop a bit more interesting. Okay, so we got the melody going into the drums, whatever. So in order to make that interesting, what I like to do, I like to use this preset in Gross Beat. It all it does is it really just cuts out the sound. Like, it's called a gate, and it cuts out the sound every like beat, and it's called like a 2-beat gate. It's a very, very basic thing, so I'm just gonna have that selected, and this is what it sounds like when it's activated. So we don't want that playing for the whole thing, because the beat's just gonna be like, what the hell, like you're not gonna get a rhythm. Like the rhythm's gonna be all off if you have that for the whole beat. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna highlight the entire beat, and then I'm gonna go back to that Gross Beat preset that I put on the master channel, or the master track, and then right click on this little knob thing, this little black knob with a white circle around it, right click it, then click create automation clip, go to that, and now what we're gonna do, so what an automation clip does is it controls how much of a effects VST is active at a time, and it just helps us control like what effect is on and what's off, and how to activate it and deactivate it. So what we're gonna do, instead of having it on the whole time, what we're gonna do is use this knob, this little line thing, to control when it comes on. So what we're gonna wanna do is like have it come on like the bar right before the beat drops, or when the drums come in, and then turn it off as soon as like the drums actually come in. So here's what that's gonna sound like. I'm just gonna play it from here, because from the beginning it's gonna take too long. So here's what that sounds like. So yeah, as you can see, it just makes the drop a bit more intense, because that effect just like, I don't know what it is about it. To be honest, I was gonna try and sound smart, because you know what I'm saying, yeah, but it just makes it sound a bit more intense with the drop. And you can also of course use different ones, so like let's use a 1-beat gate. So this is gonna sound like this. Same thing, but it's just a little faster. You can use, I mean, there's other ones you can use, like these ones. Where is it? Here. Yeah, that one you can use, but like that one doesn't really go with the beat. And yeah, there's a whole bunch you can use. Like you can test out a whole bunch of ones that you want. You can even use different VSTs, like I know Fruity Soft, or no, not Fruity Soft, but what am I saying? Fruity Love Filter. That one is another good one that has some nice presets that help you intensify the drop. So like, what's a good one? This one, PC Low Pass plus the phaser, or you can do it without the phaser. I like to use a phaser because the phaser just makes it sound cooler. But here's what that would sound like. So yeah, that one's a little bit nicer, you know what I'm saying? Just something different that you can use. But yeah, that's about it for that. Now moving on to arranging it even more. There's just a few tricks that I like to use. There's this one trick that I like to do where after 8 bars of when the drums are playing, instead of having the drums continue to play for like the rest of the verse, I like to cut out the kicks. It's just like a little trick that I like to use. It's nothing really major. And just before the kicks, or actually, you know what, I'm gonna let you guys hear that before I even talk. So here's where the drums are in, and then the kicks are gonna come out. You're gonna hear that. So here's what that sounds like. So yeah, I love using that because taking out the kicks and putting them back in, which is what I'm about to show you guys right now, that also helps the beat sound a little bit harder and just like, you know, goes harder, because taking out and inserting sounds like periodically in the beat helps it emphasize its intensity. So that's why I like to, you know, take out the kicks and bring them back in. So what we're gonna, speaking of which, we're gonna bring them back in right after those 2 or those 8 bars come in, or 8 bars of no kicks go on. So here's what it sounds like. As you can tell, it really helps bring out the intensity in the beat. So there's another trick that I like to use, or the verse changes to the, or before the hook changes to the next verse. What I like to do is cut out the drums, like the last bar of drums, so that it once again makes it sound even more intense and just adds like a nice transition to it. So this is what I'm gonna do. So I'm just gonna highlight this right here, this little last bar, 4 bars of drums. And then all I'm gonna do is just shorten it so that this one thing is just empty. This one last bar is empty. And then just show you guys what that sounds like. I'm just gonna start from, let's say right here, and then here's what it sounds like. So yeah, as you can tell, when you take out those drums, it adds the intensity. So playing around with taking out different parts in the beat is really what you're going to want to do when you're arranging the beat. You can also use this formula when you're getting started. It helps a lot. I really just figured this out on my own. I didn't really, you know what I'm saying, do it like look for anybody with it. But I think that's about it. I don't have a verse for this beat, so I can't really show you verse, but I mean, it's okay, it doesn't really matter. I think that's about it. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I like making it. I really hope you guys can arrange your beats better. Hope it, you know what I'm saying, helps you out. But if you like the video, make sure to leave a like. Don't forget to subscribe, share this video with your friends, do all that stuff. And I'll see you on the next one. Peace.